So today I'm going to talk to you about how to start viewing time like an entrepreneur does and start to view time as an investment and how to start viewing time as a limited resource and give you a better picture of time and give you ways that you can spend your time better so that you can make your future self wealthier or at least help you start thinking in this mindset. So before we begin, my name is Michael, and I help young men in their early 20s start to free up their time and then use that time for more purposeful work like entrepreneurship. So you can check out that link in the description if you'd be interested in that. So I remember when I was in college and even like earlier than college, I would just live my life and I would go to school. I would do things that were fun. I would get my schoolwork done. I would play golf. I would hang out with my friends. And I would kind of just live my life like I was just doing that. And gradually, as I started to learn more about self-improvement and developing myself, this concept of maximizing your day came up. And so I started to understand the importance of maximizing my day. And so my attention started to become more careful to how I'm spending my time. And like as I was developing myself, I started like weighing the options of what would be the better use of my time. Should I should I spend time relaxing today? Should I spend time cleaning my room? Should I spend time doing my chores or should I spend time doing other things? And so I started to weigh the options when I started to view time as scarce and knew that I needed to maximize my time or maximize my day because time is limited. So my mindset kind of gradually shifted to that into maximizing my day. And I thought that was good. Like, I thought that was the thing to do. But then, like, as I started to learn more from entrepreneurs and just the content I've been consuming, now I view it even differently, even a step further. I feel like I view time as, well, still, I view time as a limited resource, but I view every expenditure of time as an investment. So, a good picture that I can give you and something that I've kind of been following or just like subconsciously following lately is that we have a time bank. So, do you know how you get paid from your job? Like, say you get paid every week or every other week, and you get paid, we'll stick with you get paid every week, and you get paid $1,000 at the end of the week. Well, now you have $1,000 and you have to choose how you want to spend that $1,000. And if you're smart, you're going to try to choose the best way to spend that $1,000. Like some of it has to go to bills, some of it has to go to investments, Some of it has to go to paying off debt, and you're trying to make the best use out of your money. Well, what's crazy is that time is even more scarce of a resource, and we never think to try to figure out how we're allocating our time. We're just like unawareingly spending our time. Like, say I told you that you were like it would feel different if I told you you were unawareingly spending your money. You'd feel like, oh, I shouldn't be unawareingly spending my money because I could be spending it on stupid things. Like if I'm not aware of how I spend my money, then I can just start buying random things, like things that I don't need. But you never think about that with time. And so you may not realize it that you're spending time on things that are giving you a negative return on your time or your expenditure of time. So hopefully that makes sense. And if you can start to view time as a limited resource, and you can view every expenditure of time, simply everything that you do, as an time investment, and you can start to ask yourself, is this a positive? Am I going to get a positive return on my investment? Am I going to get an even return on my investment? Or am I going to get a negative return on my investment? Then you're always looking out for your future self. So, for example, I actually looked it up. Um, we get 8,760 hours in a year. So we get paid. Say January 1st, we get paid 8,760 hours for the next year coming up. That's in our time bank account, and you get paid it at the beginning of the year. How are you going to allocate every single one of those hours when you start thinking of and you start quantifying it, you're putting a number on the amount of time that you have, you and you start to think of it in terms of an investment, you want to try to get the best return on your investment. So now, if you view it this way, every opportunity that comes your way, like say your friends ask you to go out one night, but you were already planning on spending your time on working on your business, or you're already planning on spending your time on working out or meditating or relaxing. Well, if you view time as an investment and time as a limited resource, then you're going to have to ask yourself, what will give me the better return on this time investment? If I hang out with my friends, I'm going to develop a better relationship. I'm going to enjoy myself, and that can be good. But if I spend my time on working on my business, then in the future, I have the potential to make more money and build more wealth. So, it, there's no right answer, but at least you're now awareness choosing what the better use of time would be. And the way that you decide the better use of time is what's going to give you the best return in the future. And I know it might sound crazy to start thinking like this, to start thinking that every single conversation that you have, every single thing that you do as an investment, but it is like all of these things like time and energy are limited. We are very limited in these resources. So like once we spend them, we either lose it or if we would lose it if we made a poor investment, or gain we can gain more of it if we make a good investment. So hopefully I didn't like confuse you too much, but the main point is to start to view time as an investment and start to understand that we have a limited amount of time. And every action that you do, everything that you do, every amount of time you spend on doing something is going to give you either a positive return, an even return, or a negative return. So try to start getting more positive returns on your time investment so that your future self will be wealthier and healthier and be more proud of yourself. So, just another tip or point I wanted to make is some good time investments are things like health, spending your time on developing your health, spending your time on developing your business, wealth, spending time on developing your relationships, and then developing skills. All of these things will give you positive returns on your investment. If you spend most of your time doing these things, then your future self is just going to be getting paid in wealth of these areas. Like your future self is going to have more health. Your future self is going to have better relationships. Your future self is going to have more wealth because you made good time investments. And if you make poor time investments like leisure activities, consuming too much junk like social media, porn, Netflix, if you consume too much, then you're making a poor time investment, and your future self is going to be worse because of it. So hopefully this makes sense. Hopefully you can start to view time as an investment. And yeah, make sure to check out that link in the description if you'd like more help. And thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button.